Hello, welcome to Bees and Teas Stitching, and what I hope will not be too sniffly and sneezy of a video. And for some reason, my camera is going in and out. All right, so this is take 5. I literally recorded 20 minutes, and then I remembered that I had not done my comments, and I didn't really want to put them in towards the end, so I'm just gonna try to do this again. So, yeah, hopefully this won't go too fast and hopefully I'll remember everything that I said. Um so yeah, since it's almost well, I've kind of drunk a lot of it now. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Since I did this once already, but so I got of course my Haunted Mansion mug as I always do. And this is Fortune and Mason's Famous Teas Royal Blend. It's just a very basic tea, not very strong. I'll probably end up trying it with 2 tea bags next time. Like a very basic, I guess you would call it like a builder's tea or a milky builder's tea. Um, Not particularly strong, not particularly overly flavorful, just very basic. It's good. Just nothing too terribly special, nothing flavored or anything. So that's what I'm drinking. As for life updates, not really a whole lot's going on. My father-in-law is back in the hospital, but it's not because he has COVID again or anything. But because we think that maybe he might have left too early because he's still kind of weak. Um, and so what they're gonna do is he's gonna stay there for a little bit, probably I don't know, probably a few days a week. Kind of get his oxygen back up. Get him a little bit stronger, and then what he's gonna do is he's gonna move to a um rehab center just for like a couple weeks, and they're gonna get him up and moving around. And so, like I said, it sounds like a step back, but it's really not. I think it's gonna be really good for him. And he's in good spirits, which is good because before when he was weak, mentally he wasn't great, but he's doing a lot better now. Also, Otter shirt. So giant otter, instead of hitting a clam on a rock, he's hitting a ship on a rock because I love otters. So there you go. Other than that, that's really about it for life updates. Nothing specific, nothing really interesting happened. I actually did not end up going to um my sewing last week. I'm planning on going tomorrow. So you know, that means I didn't really pick up anything new from there. So that kind of precludes that. Honestly, in the last maybe couple of months, my Stitchy Bug has really not been here as much as it used to. Um, just with all the stuff going on, plus the stuff with the family. I just haven't been stitching nearly as much. So that and the fact that, like I said, I have done this once before. This might be super quick. We'll see. And yes, I'm bougie and I still use a, no, not really. That's kind of anti-bougie, I guess. But anyway, I use a chopstick because I'm too lazy to dirty up spoons. But anyway, so that's about it for that. Let me go ahead and do the Q&A, the comments, since I forgot them last time. Not very many this time. Coco Creates said Bothy thread does some nice patterns. And she also linked to an otter pattern, which is really adorable. So I'll have to look up some Bothy patterns, but that otter one will definitely be coming home with me soon. So I don't know. I didn't check and see whether it was a just a PDF or if it was a paper. But it's a cute otter. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. I thank you. I did not know that I actually won that pattern. I'm way behind on my videos. I mean, like, I don't know if I'll ever catch up. Because now we also have um what are they calling it? Flossmas? Yeah. Um, uh, there's with as little as I'm stitching, there's really no reason for me to do Flossmas. So, no reason for me to do a video every day because there would literally be nothing for me to say. But yeah, so that's getting me further behind. Which I'm loving Flossmas. Don't get me wrong. It's been fun to watch, but it is putting me behind. So I will get in touch with you today. I promise. About getting you my address. So thank you. That's awesome. And you talked about putting Frankenstein timeout. Um, yes, he's kind of been in timeout. He's been in timeout pretty much all this week. But I really just wanted to power through. And so I actually did a lot of work on him Friday night on Virtual Stitchers, and I got the border done. So you'll see him in just a few minutes. So yeah. So hopefully he'll be in FO next week. So watch for that. Marzipan Stitcher. Oh, you were talking about my phone rang last week, and it's a Star Wars tone, and apparently you're in an orchestra. I'm curious as to what instrument you play. I didn't ask that in the comments, but what instrument do you play? And also, do you have any videos of like your orchestra playing online? Because I would love to watch. Especially if it's like she's talking about Doctor Who and Sherlock and Star Trek and all the nerdy things I love watching and listening to. So I would love to hear some of that. Oh yeah, also, and I will try to remember to link it below. If not, I apologize. Look up a video on YouTube called John Williams is the Man. It's hilarious. It's short. I mean, it's 34 minutes, but it's worth it. It's cute. All right. Oh, and Diane's last one. I was a little confused. Was that a message like Ginger Gerald sent to you to send to me? If so, that's really cool. Talking about being a Ada Stitcher, and hasn't tried anything over a 28 so far. I've actually been watching Ginger Gerald for a while. I love watching his, I love not only his stitching, obviously, and his knitting, but I also love his plants. I have a brown thumb, so you know when it comes to things, I kill them. Even I have killed a cactus before. Seriously, I don't know how, but I did it. But anyway, so you know I love watching all of his stuff. Also, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to get in touch with him and ask him if I could commission a pair of socks from him, but I know he's too busy, so I've never actually asked. So one of these days, I really do want to get one pair of knitted socks, just because they look so warm and comfy. So anyway, all right, and that really is all the comments. It was very short this week, which is fine. Like I said, I love comments. I will read as many of them as you guys want to send me. And I'll always comment back, unless YouTube does something weird and doesn't give me the comment. But other than that, barring some weirdness from YouTube, I will respond to you, I promise. Alright, so I guess that's about it for comments / Q&A. No new starts, no FFOs, no finishes, but hopefully, hopefully Frankenstein will be a finish maybe tonight. If not, if I don't finish it tonight, I will finish it this week. It is going to be a finish next week. So, all right. I'm putting my foot in the sand on this one. Now as for whoops. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like I said, I have not been working all that much. I did do okay, this is all right. There we go. Sorry. I did. No, there we go. That shows it a little bit. So I did do a little bit over here, not much. You can see it in this kind of very bright light that I have it in, but in a regular light, it's a lot more subtle. So I'm really hoping that when I start doing the rest of the circle, maybe it'll kind of push it out a little bit so you can see it, but we'll see. All right, so I guess we'll put this over here for the sec. And then the other one, the drum roll, that is almost done. This is Frankenstein, of course. And there we go. All right. And like I was telling the people online, I'm finished with Border Hell. But, you know, it's one of those things. Well, here, let me show this real quick first. Okay. I think the light went away outside. I apologize. But, there we go. And some of the border you can't really see because of my hoop. But, you know, I did call it Border Hell, and it was a pain. Although, I mean, some people might not have as much trouble with it as me. But I am not going to lie. The border, it looks... The pattern looks a lot better with the border. It really does. It's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it. So all I have are these 2 squares, and I am done. I really don't think it'll be too much. So, like I said, I want to finish that tonight, I hope. And so, put that up here. All right. So that is actually my only 2 whips that are going on right now. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of feeling the urge to start something. I believe it's been a few weeks, because whatever the last one I started was this Figment one, and that was several weeks ago, I'm sure. So, you know, who knows? But let me go ahead and go with haul. What I'll do is I'll show you 2 non-stitchy hauls real quick. I have unfortunately been very bad, and I've been getting onto eBay. Dangerous, I know. But I did find 2 really cool things. I know I talked about Doctor Who and Star Trek and all that before. So, this one came from the US, so it didn't take very long. And this is from February of 2011, I believe. So this was after the new series started. And this over here, whoop, there we go. Ta-da! That's the reason that I got it. Because Mark Gatiss is my, one of my favorite, actors. I said before on the one that I messed up on, one of my favorite authors. He is actually an author as well. So, there is that. Okay, so I'll put that right there for the moment. Because the other one I got, which literally came today right before I started filming, came from the UK, was, oh, there we go, this one. Another Doctor Who. This is from December of 1999, so this is before the 2nd season started. And a young Mark Gatiss, God, this is 20 years old, that's scary. Anyway, a young Mark Gatiss got to play the Doctor for one-off, I guess, TV movie, I believe it was. So, there you go, that's pretty cool. So, get to see that cool outfit. Gingery head. And, so, let's see if I can get this close up. Yeah, there you go. So that was 2011. So anyway, that was about 11 years later. That one, that second one I was not expecting to come in. Like I said, it came from the UK. And I didn't think it was supposed to be here till like mid to late December, but got a little early Christmas present. I do have one more coming, also from the UK. Again, it may or may not be here before Christmas, so we'll see. It has to do with Mark Gatiss, but it's not a Doctor Who magazine. I believe it's a sci-fi magazine, like in general sci-fi. So if it gets here and you guys are interested, you know, I'll show you. I'm not planning on doing any sort of a flip through or anything, but yeah, and I don't know what year the other one is from. I'm pretty sure it's from after the new season started, so after 2012, 2009, I think is when it started again. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm a little bit of a Whovian, but I'm not hardcore. So anyway. Alright, so anyway, the other package I got was from Fire Puppies because I love those guys and I do order from them occasionally, I should say. And as always, they give you a Charleston chew. I'm not a huge fan of those things myself, so I'll probably end up giving it to one of the kiddos, one of my nieces or nephews. Like I was telling a friend of mine, feed them sugar, put Legos all over the house, and then leave when they come home. No, actually, I cleaned up the Legos and I gave them the dessert, so it's not as bad as it sounds. But I plead the fifth. But so I got a couple things. Bow and needles. You can kind of see them behind, but not that exciting. Size 26. I don't really like the super small ones, so I think those should be fine. And also a really cool University of South Carolina Gamecocks wooden, like burnt wooden needle minder, which is really neat. I don't know how exactly they did that, but it's really cool. So, and it really wasn't expensive, so I might end up getting another one of those. And there we go. I'm out of focus. Alright. Let's hope this goes back into focus. So this I got, oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Actually, you can see the variegation kind of nicely. This is 14 count Vintage Country Cream by Whitchell. So this is a nice, subtle, it's all over and it's nice, but it's subtle. It's kind of a white to kind of a very soft tea dye. And the reason I got this was, let me see if I can find it here. There it is. If you look at this Be Like a Crow, this is supposed to go on 40 count gauze, so you can see where the gauze would be, the white. And then on the back here, that's toasted marshmallow, that's all as a background right here. So, but it also says on the back, if you get another type of linen or something, you don't necessarily have to, you don't have to do the toasted marshmallow. Now, I did get toasted marshmallow, so I have the thread, but what I was thinking is that if I use this, there we go, it's very close to toasted marshmallow in terms of the color, and so if I do that, I may not have to do that background. So here's the thing. I apologize, I'm looking for something really quick. It's not toasted marshmallow, is it? Nope, that's not toasted marshmallow. I like how the background looks, the white against the kind of toasted marshmallow up against the white. There it is. Roasted marshmallow, not toasted, sorry. But that is also a lot of stitching. It's 192 by something. 190. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 92 by 162. So it's not huge, but it's not super small. Again, you have like the small ones, but I really want to do the big one. And so if I want to do it on white or something with a toasted marshmallow, I can. But, I mean, this, I don't think it's, well, there you go. The toasted marshmallow is a little darker than this. But, I mean, as you can tell, they're pretty close. So, it is entirely possible that I could do that. It's really just gonna depend on what I feel like. Like, do I feel like doing all that background? Or do I feel like just being, you know, a bit lazy and using a background, you know, using a background, using the actual fabric as the background. There we go. So, I have not decided yet. I'm not planning on starting that particularly soon, so it's not really a big deal. It is a fat quarter, so there's plenty there. More than enough. So, that's good. The other one, which I really love, is, there we go, Blood Splatter. I think this is, yeah, Steel City Stitchers. Steel City Stitchers. Eh, there you go. And I have never used from them before. Ooh, look at this. Oh, that's super splattery on that side. And they have two versions of this. Oh, there's a nice little group of splatters. Looks like it's just, yeah, I think it's just paint that's like painted on there. Not possibly flecked, but maybe a little bit of both. Anyway, and that's really a good blood color, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so they have two types of this. They have a white, and then this is the coffee and tea dyed. Wait. It smells a little something. I'm not sure if it's necessarily coffee or tea. But anyway, so I thought the coffee and tea dye would be a little bit better, maybe a little easier to work with, because I wouldn't have the very huge variations between the dark red and the white, the super white fabric. This is 14 count. The other one, the country, what was it? Vintage Country Cream, there we go, is 16. This is a fat eighth, and this is a fat quarter. So, you know, as with everyone else, Fire Poppies is also having the same issues getting fabric. So, there are things that they're sold out of, obviously. I believe, I want to say maybe they have an 18 for the blood splatter. But I got what was available, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind using 14 or 16. That's not a problem with me. So, you know, that's, yeah, that's that. Also, I think I was talking about this before I restarted again, that I've kind of been feeling the urge to restart. And one of the things I'd really like to start is this. There we go. Trees and Bees. I still want to figure out if I can make it Teas and Bees, but I don't think I've ever done a Country Cottage Needleworks. But this is pretty small. It's 122 by 69, and it's only got 9 colors. So, and I think they are, looks like 7, okay. It's like 6 of them are DMC and 3 are, overdyeds, but I may have switched one of those overdyeds for another DMC, so I think there's only 2 overdyeds in here. Pretty much the brown of, like, the roof and the door and the trees. And then, and the greens, maybe both the greens are, variegated. And everything else is, just DMC, because you see that the house has stripes, but that's not variegation, that's actually stripes. That's these 2 separate colors here. Like a salmon and something else. I forget what they are. There we go. Salmon very dark and salmon medium. So there you go. But yeah, so big if here, if I do happen to get onto Virtual Stitchers and finish, if I do happen to finish, Frankenstein tonight, that may get started. I don't know what, I would use it on, what fabric. It looks like it's just on a, kind of a basic, beige sort of thing. So I know I have something like that. More likely than not, it'll probably be one of my many, Fortnite fabrics, because I love their stuff. And I got the I got their neutrals, and I'm actually getting the neutrals again next year. I talked about that last week. So all right, so I guess that is about it for all of that stuff. Haul, finishes, FFOs. I did the mail this time. And I'm about at the same time, so that's not too bad. I didn't add too much time to it. This still isn't going to be too long. So I think all I'll do is the of the weeks, and we'll be good. I I really want to do some sort of giveaway for Christmas. Um, I know that it's getting a little close already. I mean, just by virtue of getting something to somebody before Christmas. Um, so keep a watch on that. I may figure something out. If I don't, then because sending stuff in the mail in December is it, it's a exercise in futility and uh, just I don't know. Anyway, it's bad. So um, I may not. So if I don't in December, then I probably will do something in January. So keep a lookout. That's something that's coming down the pipe eventually. Because I have plenty of stuff that I'm not gonna stitch. And I just want to do something with. You know, give it to somebody who can give it a better home than me. So there you go. All right, so let me do the of the week stuff, and then we'll be all set. So the Flosstube of the week, I probably have done her in the past, but again, since I talked about it before, since I lost a lot of my information a few weeks ago, a few months ago, I guess. I don't have the information from who I spoke about before with all these links. So if I did already, I apologize. But Stitchwitch42 Audrey, she has a floss tube that I've been watching for quite a while actually. And if you guys have not, I don't know the exact episode, but she should have it marked, I believe. She has a hobbit hole, and when I say that, I mean it really, literally is a hobbit hole. It's got the door. It is it is in her I guess I don't know if it's her attic or just her top top level, but it's like a little attic storage area. But she made like well, her and her husband, I guess, made like a hobbit hole, and she's got it all decorated. And it's a so it's a stitchy craft room, and she's done a tour of it, and it is just absolutely freaking amazing. So it is worth watching. I will try and see if I can find it. If not, like I said, I'm pretty sure she does have it listed. Um, but just go watch her stuff anyway. I mean, I like that she does just a lot of really kind of off the wall stuff. Um, also Halloween. She's doing this gigantic Afghan, which is beautiful, and I would love to do it, but I don't have the patience. It's too big. I mean, it's like 2 3 feet by 2 3 feet or something. It's huge. Um, but it'll look great when it's done. Um, and she's doing an Alphonse Mucha, which is that speaks to my inner artist. Um, I wouldn't mind doing a Mucha, but I have too many other big things right now, so I'm like not right now, maybe later. But yeah, anyway, so she's my Flosstuber of the week. Let me scroll down on my notes here. There we go. For the Stitchy website, once again going back to Etsy, which will probably be mostly what I do. So Cute Patterns by Maria. I've already gotten a couple things from her. I believe that's where my smog is from, which I need to work on. I haven't touched smog in a while, so touched by a smog. Wait, no, that sounds like some cheesy romance novel. Touched by a smog. Anyway, so yeah, so I believe she did that, and I believe she also did a like a Hobbit hole one that a couple people are stitching. I don't remember who off the top of my head. I'm sorry about that. But it's really good. And the funny thing is it's not the Hobbit one is not a lot. The Hobbit hole one is not a whole lot of actual stitches. It is a lot of backstitch. It's almost all backstitch, and she does have a picture of the final one, the final on there, and it is beautiful. the only bad thing is, again, I'm an Ada stitcher, and she does partial stitches. And I'm finding this out in Smog. I mean, it's doable. It makes it a lot slower, which is why Smog has been in timeout for a bit, because it's hard to do. It's hard to do those half stitches in Ada. So, yeah. So that's the Stitchy website. For the non-Stitchy website, I am going back to YouTube again. A YouTube site that I've been really watching a lot lately. It's called Biographics. Simon Whistler is the host, and he has another YouTube one that I saw before. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but the Biographics is mostly it's mostly short kind of biographies on people. Really interesting people. Anybody from Charlemagne to who else did they have? I watched one on Freddie Mercury. He also does them on events that happen. He talked about like the second. Well, he did two. There were apparently two Black Plagues, which I did not know about. He did one on the AIDS epidemic, which was really good. So it's just a lot of really good historical stuff, and being a shameless Anglophile, of course, I love his English accent, and he has a very nice voice. He's very easy to listen to, which is nice because you don't always get that in people who have YouTube videos. Sometimes it's hard to listen to him, but his voice and his cadence is just really nice and rolling. It's very, like I said, very easy to listen to. And I mean, the biographics are extraordinarily informative. I mean, I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know about before. So definitely worth checking out. And you'll find somebody interesting to watch there. And I guess the last one's going to be the bees. So always end with the bees. The random bee fact today is the honeybee's wings stroke 11,400 times a minute, thus making their distinctive buzz. So, there you go. Alright, so I guess that's about it. My tea is almost gone. I didn't forget anything this time. Fifth time was apparently a charm. And so, I guess I will see you guys next week with a finish on Frankenstein. I can promise that. Unless something very drastic happens in my life, I will finish Frankenstein. Alright, so I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.